A very good morning to all my dear students of class 7. This is the first class of this week, and today my topic is determiners, which is the fifth unit from your elementary English grammar book. So, what are determiners? If you can remember, determiners are something which I have taught you last year also. So, what are determiners? Determiners are used with countable and uncountable nouns to limit their meanings. They are special kinds of adjectives. So, determiners are used with countable and uncountable nouns to limit their meanings. If I say, boys are playing in the field, there is no determiners in the sentence. But if I say some boys are playing in the field or many boys are playing in the field, so boys is a countable noun. So before the countable noun boys, determiners some or many is used to limit their meaning. Okay. So first you will take a separate page, write unit 5, write the chapter heading determiners. Then you will write definition and you will write the definition of determiners. Now we will come to the kinds of determiners. And we have also learnt that determiners is a special kind of adjectives. Okay. So determiners are divided into several kinds. So for this thing also you will write in your copy. The first thing is demonstrative adjectives. We have learned determiners are a type of adjective, a special kind of adjective. So first part of determiners are demonstrative adjectives. So the previous chapter which I have taught you Thursday, Friday last week is adjectives. So if you can remember, there also we have learned that demonstrative adjectives are this, that, this, those. Demonstrative adjectives are this, that, this, those. This, that is singular. This, those is plural. And demonstrative adjectives are used for demonstrating something, to show something. Then comes possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives also you have learnt in the previous class. So, which shows the possession. Like mine, our, your, his, hers, its, theirs. So this is my pen. This is our house. So whoever is possessing it is mentioned by possessive adjectives. So now adjectives of quantity and number. Because in the definition we have seen that it is used for before both countable and uncountable nouns. So in the previous class I have explained to you that countables and uncountables. Countable nouns are qualified by adjectives and uncountable nouns are also qualified by adjectives. So uncountables are qualified by adjectives of quantity because we can measure them, we cannot count them, and countables are qualified by adjectives of number. So this we have to keep in our mind, and here we will learn the use of them. Okay. So some, any, all, much, many, both, few, each, every, either, neither, little, few, a few, one, two, first, second, etc. And articles a and the. These are the total list of determiners. So this list you will write in your copy. First definition, then put example, then write this one. Now students, I want to tell the exercises are divided into two parts. The first part is determiners part. The second part is articles part. So today I will try to complete the determiners part. Okay. So this is very important. I am explaining one by one. You will keep in your mind. Okay. So little and a little. These all are adjectives of quantity. things which we cannot count, I mean things which are uncountable, we can measure them by adjectives of quantity, little, a little. And we will always keep in mind that little is negative adjective. If I say there is little water in the bottle, that means there is no water in the bottle. That means there is no water in the bottle. So little is always negative. Okay, means not much. He has little common sense. That means not much. He does not have any common sense at all. There is little hope of our recovery. That means there is hardly any hope. There is almost no hope of his recovery. So little is used for negative and a little is used for affirmative. Affirmative means yes, there is something. Maybe the quantity is very small, but there is affirmative. There is affirmation that something is there. Okay, like affirmative. So a little is an affirmative adjective. You have to keep in mind. If it is little, if there is nothing before little, then it's negative. Don't forget. A little means something, very little. Okay. So he spent only a little money on himself. That means he spent very little, very less amount of money, not negative. Okay. So he gave me a little butter, very small quantity. If I say I have a little mayonnaise in the pot, that means very less quantity of mayonnaise is there in the pot. Okay, there is something. So it is affirmative adjective and it is negative. Don't forget. Again, we have come to few and a few. Okay, students. So few and a few both are used for adjectives of number. Few and a few both are used for adjectives of number. Those things which we can count, few is used before them. Few, a few. We will never forget. If there is nothing before, if there is nothing before few, that means it's negative. If there is nothing, I have few pencils with me. I don't have any pencil actually. I have few persons beside me. That means nobody is there. Okay. So few is used for negative. For countable, for countable nouns, few, a few. For uncountable nouns, little, a little. Okay. Like few people in India are rich. That means hardly any people in India is rich. A few is again an affirmative adjective. That means a few means some, but some, very little. If I say a few biscuits are there in the jar, that means very 2-3 very little number of biscuits are there. Okay, so I have still a few rupees left. Very, very few, very less number, but something is there. It's not negative. Okay, a few Englishmen can speak Hindi correctly. So very, very less number. A few days rest will do you great good. So as I have learned, few is completely negative. A few means there is something, a very little number. Next we have each, every, either, neither. We know these are distributives. And distributives are always singular. Last grammar class also I have taught. So distributives are always singular. And while teaching pronouns also I taught you distributives are always singular. While teaching adjectives I taught you, while teaching pronouns also I taught you that distributives are always singular. So distributive adjectives are singular. So hence they must be used with nouns, pronouns and verbs in singular. So we cannot write every boy are. No. So after the distributives, it is always the singular verb, always the singular verb, always the singular verb. Don't forget. Okay. Distributives are always followed by singular verbs. So Each means one of two things or one of any number of exceeding two. Understood? Each means one of two things or one of any number exceeding two. Okay, so each boy of the class was given a prize. Each boy of the two has a book. So two nouns can be there. Two nouns can be referred. More than two can also be referred. But each means each. One, each and every one of them. So it can be used for both two things or more than two. Both two persons or more than two. Every is used for speaking more than two. Every is used in speaking of more than two. So if there are mentioning of two strictly, then we can use each. But we cannot use every. But because every always refers to more than two. Either has two meanings. One or the other, both. Okay? Like either pen. Either has two meanings. One or the other, and the other one is both. Okay? Either pen will do. There are trees on either side of the road. So either is one or the other or both. Understood? Neither is always negative. Either means either. Negative of either is neither. And it means neither of the one nor the other. Okay. So he looked neither side. That means he did not look at any of the sides. Okay. So neither is the negative of either. But we have to keep in mind in all these cases, the verbs must be followed. The verb is always singular. The verb followed by distributives, each, every, either, neither is always singular. Then one very important thing, that is older, elder, oldest, eldest. Don't forget that elder and eldest are used for persons only, but older and oldest are used for both persons and things. So elder and eldest only for person, but older and oldest can be used both for persons and things. Okay, older building, oldest building of the town, but we cannot write eldest building, or older building, elder building, because it is only used for persons. They denote the position of one member of a family with reference to another or others in the same family. Elder is never followed by than. Eldest means the firstborn. So one more thing we have to keep in mind: elder and eldest are used for family. And the second thing, it is in comparative. It is never followed by than. Okay, elder is never followed by than, and eldest is used for family only. Okay, so older is used for both person and things, and oldest denotes the greatest age. But we can use than after older, and we can use them both for persons and things. I hope you have understood. You have to read them very much thoroughly. Each other, one another. Okay. Each other is used when two persons or things are meant. One another is used when more than two persons or things are meant. So listen, students, generally as I explain things to you in class, I have explained the rules of determiners. Please go through them 5-6 times at least. Then much, many. We know this. Much is an adjective of quantity. So for uncountables, we use quantity, we use for uncountable. We use much. And many is adjective of number. Therefore, it shows us the number. We use it for countables. Okay. Much and many. We cannot say many water, it's much water. We cannot say many patients, it's much patience. But many is for countables. Okay. I cannot say much fruits. No. Fruit juice is much, but fruits is many because it's countable. Then less, fewer, and less. Okay. Less, fewer, and less. So, we do not sell less than 5 kilos of sugar. No fewer than 40 soldiers were killed in the explosion, not less. So, less refers to quantity, fewer only to number. Less refers to quantity, that means uncountables. Fewer refers to number. So, here the example is given. Less is for sugar, which is uncountable. Soldiers are countable, for that fewer. Okay. Some and any. This is very, very important, which we generally use while framing sentences, whether it is literature, language, whatever be the case, we use them. Okay. So, some and any. In affirmative sentences, we use adjectives some, and in negative sentences, we use adjectives any. So, in affirmative, we use some. In interrogative, we use any. Affirmative, we use some, and in negative, we use any. In interrogative sentences also, generally, sentence as we generally use any. So, affirmative some, negative any, and interrogative also any. Understood? Understood. There is some money in my purse. I have not any money to spare. That means I don't have. So, for negative any, for affirmative some, and for interrogatives we use generally any. Sometimes some is used, but generally any. But students, I will tell you there are exercises 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there are articles. In articles also you have 2-3 exercises. Okay. So here it's already a long video. I will request you insert a little and a few, whichever is suitable. So coffee, whichever is suitable, you will do. You will try to do this. Okay. You just try and do this. Next is fill in the blanks with some and any. Next is fill in the blanks with much and many. Next is fill in the blanks with words. 2 options are given in bracket. You just have to choose and write. So students, I am just requesting you all, read the rules 5 times loudly. Okay. Listen to my explanation. Read it 5 times. Then you try to solve them. I will also give you in one PDF the solved answers. Then you will check your answers with it. So check you solve. Now you read the rules. Then you listen to my class, read the rules time and again 5 times. Then sit with a pencil, solve them here and here, applying the rules, solve them. And once you solve them, applying the rules, then I am posting the answers. You will check your answers, okay, with the things, and then you will write them down in your copy. First you solve in book, then you check your answer, then you write it down in your classwork copy. And next class I will do articles with you. So bye for today. See you tomorrow.